Hello, it's Canelo, man. Make sure you subscribe to the Triple B, bro. Yes, Shalom, brothers. Yep, just randomly. I'm not going to stay up for the Canelo Bivol fight. I think even if I was young, I wouldn't. It's just the undercard's whack as well. It's got Zhile Zhang, yeah, the Chinese heavyweight. That would have been interesting. He was meant to fight Hergovich, who just can't seem to get a break, but apparently he's got mental health problems, yeah? So he's pulled out because his dad died or something. So Zhang is fighting some guy who ain't got a chance, really. But Zhang ain't that good, but at least it would have been a good tear-up, him and Hergovich. But yeah, I'm not staying up. I'll watch it on DAZN tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, watching, I'm looking at Kugan's Twitter today, and I don't really spend a lot of time scrolling through people's Twitters and stuff. I mean, I got my own life to worry about, but let alone Kugan's life. But obviously, with all the stuff that's going on with MTK and IFL TV, I just want to keep an eye on it. It always used to be a bit about banter. He loves talking about football and making stupid jokes. He'd drop in the old threat, be a bit cocky. He threatens people like, give me your number, yeah? I said, send me your number, he says in some tweets. Yeah, but he's all changed a bit now. Yeah, he's become a very humble. And I don't mean like a gay. I mean, everything's answered with, "Oh, I wish you well. Oh, I hope your family well. I really wish you well." When people slate him, trying to show how humble he is. Yeah, and talking about his hairy offspring. Yeah, how his hairy offspring's now walking, and it's total non sequitur. It's out of the blue. Oh, did you know? My little daughter's walking now. He's looking for sympathy because he knows he's in big trouble, boy. Yeah? He knows he's in big trouble. And he thinks he can delete all the MTK tweets, all the MTK tweets when he's bigging up the Kinahans and saying he's going to avoid the Irish media and not cover Irish boxing properly. And, well, no, he'll cover the Irish boxing story if the MTK fighters. What he won't do, is talk to the Irish press, So he's back in Kidham, but he's deleted all that now. And he's looking for sympathy, And everything he's posting now is real nice. Oh, good luck in retirement, special Kell Brook. Thank you for everything over the years. It sounds a bit creepy, man. It sounds like it had some special thing going on. And with Kell Brook, you don't know. And he's in a fix, Coogan. He doesn't know how to deal with it. So he's just trying to be real humble, hoping that, he's just hoping that desperate thing. I'm in big trouble now. If I come across as a nice guy and a sweet guy, will people feel sorry and back me? Well, one man anyway, man, because the police, the FBI, whoever, the American services, they love weakness, man, so they can exploit you. Yeah? People sometimes they go into an interview with the police, and they'll say stuff like, "Oh, come in." They'll say they won't nick you immediately because they haven't got enough on you. They'll say "Oh, come into the station. We'll just have a chat. It'll be a friendly chat, like we're in the pub just talking, Because and then other people that are not experienced will just go right. Or maybe if I'm real nice and I cooperate with them, they'll go easy on me. Well, they won't, man. Yeah, they know you're weak. Yeah, they're looking for you. Yeah, because the thing is about the police interview, right? They'll manipulate and ask you stuff that don't really work in court. Yeah, and they'll try and get you to admit things. It's like it's unfair if you think about it. It's like, well, we're kind of actually taking you to court, but we haven't got the restrictions with court. We're going to try and try and trick you to admitting something. Yeah, so then when it goes to court, we can pull you up on it. And that's what Kugan's doing. He's doing that thing. I'm going to be real nice now. I'm going to delete all the MTK tweets. I'm going to be real nice to everyone. Even the people attacking me, ask me about Coogan. There's a guy called Mark Ortega who's always attacking him. He goes, oh, Mark, I just wish you well and have a great career. All this kind of thing. Yeah, because he's really crapping himself. His butt cheeks are tightening. Them Sri Lankan butt cheeks are tightening, man. Yeah, and it's not the first workout them butt cheeks have had, I'm sure. Yeah, maybe Special K Brook can tell you about that. But yeah, Coogan's, he knows he's in a tough position. I have little sympathy, because, you're rolled over your best mate, who helped build it with you. You just with one signature, you just flushed him away. Yeah, you didn't care about that. Yeah, so when you've treated people bad when you shouldn't have done, and now you're in a bad situation. We're not going to feel sorry for you because you've got a hairy baby and it suddenly started to learn to walk. And you want to, he's such a family man, Kugan. Let's forget all those pictures of him with white women. Yeah, when he's bragging, let's forget the pervy pictures. He's really a family man. Yeah, forgetting that his wife or whatnot is a pornographic actress. Yeah, that's not very wholesome if you ask me. So anyway, Coogan, man, he can't even escape to Sri Lanka. Because I don't know if you heard, I don't really keep in touch with like politics on small countries like Sri Lanka until they become important. But there's a state of emergency there. There's riots, there's economic troubles, the police are attacking the rioters. Yeah, people are worried about their future, the economy's collapsing. So you kind of run away back home and open a B&B. Yeah, and where you can drill holes and watch white women on the gap year showering and taking dumps. Yeah, I wonder what do you call it, Coogan? And you know what? If Coogan had a B&B, you know what you call it? You call it Coogans, because he's very narcissistic, isn't he? He likes to think about and talk about himself. If you look at his Instagram, it's all about him, really. Look, this is me with Tyson Fury. This is me with Mike Tyson. This is me with Brock Lesnar. Blah. This is me with the Vern Troyer, who's like that dwarf. Yeah? And you like Coogans, and underneath it would say, "We'll help you to be safe and always watch over you." Yeah, to make all these young white women, middle-class white women on the gap year feel safe. Yeah, of course he'll watch over them. We'll film you too. Yeah, we'll drill a hole in the shower and the toilet wall and watch you taking a dump and washing. Yeah, you're sick man. But so Coogan, he put up an image of the IFL staff and they all look like models and superstars, Coogan looks like a Bollywood star. In fact, he looks like Tommy Fury, with a beard. Yeah, he's slim and, he's got his dumbass tattoos. There's IFL Umar next door, who looks like a model. Yeah, and there's Andy McCart, the forgotten man, who looks like, what's that guy called? Jason Statham, yeah. And really he's a 5'2" manlet. Yeah. And Umar IFL, Umar, his hair's been receding for a bit. It's getting to him. He's brushed it up in this weird look. Yeah. And when you get them bald guys and they try and cover it up, but all they do is make it more obvious and look more cringe. So he's just kind of pushed the hair in the middle to cover up the balding patch. I mean, listen, man, I feel for people who lose their hair, of course, but unfortunately, you have to accept it. You can't. The people that have hair transplants, they're very good these days. All these boxers have had them, and they're all pretty good. I mean, if you look at what's his name? Eubank, I think he's had it tattooed on his head. But there's George Groves. Yeah, he's got a big bushy head of hair now. Yeah, Mayweather's one didn't work so well. Yeah, Mayweather's one, it made him look a crackhead. He had bald patches and a few little curly bits. When he got his hat stolen by Jake Paul, he was humiliated, man. The 5'6" manlet Mayweather running after him with his a patchy head. Yeah, but it's part of life, really. You got to deal with these things, we can't all be, whoever the best looking guy in the world is. We can't all look like Brad Pitt or whatever. Tyson Fury had a nice head of hair when he was young, that big curly black hair, like Shane Fury's hair. But, it's gone now, man. It's gone, and he's cool with it. But, he is the heavyweight champion of the world. He is 6'7.5", I think is real height. Yeah. She's got a lot of money. And he's not out on the pool. For a 33-year-old, he looks old. But, he was always a man-child, that Tyson Fury. But his brother Tommy's hair loss problem is a big issue now, right? He's 23, he's just turned 23, and you see his head is thinning at the front, yeah? He's got that thick black hair that he greases back, yeah? And recently we've seen a bald patch on the back, yeah, when he's doing these sit-ups with his brother. You can see this bald patch, obviously there. And recently he's put up a couple of pictures, and you can see it's going at the front, man. He has not got long left, man. Yeah? Unfortunately for him, he's going the Tyson Fury way, not the Shane Fury way. Yeah, the thick, curly, traditionally traveller gypsy hair of Shane Fury. They'd all love to have his locks, man, in the Tyson Fury family. Yeah, but yeah, Tommy. I mean, the problem with Tommy is this, right? His whole shtick is all based upon, yeah, I'm good looking. I don't necessarily. I don't think, if I was like, oh, I'd really like to look like someone, it wouldn't necessarily be Tommy Fury. And some girls, obviously quite a lot of girls like him, but to me he looks like like a Pashtun. There's guys from like North Pakistan, Afghanistan, yeah. You see a lot of them, they got really blue eyes but dark hair, and actually they're quite an attractive people, but, they had, people don't understand it, what's his name? Alexander the Great, yeah. When he conquered big parts of the world, went all the way through that area. And in those days, the Greeks were, a lot more, I guess you'd say, European looking. Yeah, because that was before the Turkish invasion, when the Turkic people changed the bloodline forever. I don't know if you've seen True Romance and the Sicilian stories. It's a bit like that, but with Turkic blood. So the original Macedonians, for example, were very European looking. So they left a lot of their genes there. Yeah, so that's why you get them blue eyes turn up. You get guys like Tommy Fury with the really blue eyes and the black hair. It's quite striking, There's that famous National Geographic girl, with the blue eyes and the tan skin. She was on the front of a magazine, National Geographic magazine. And it's a very famous picture. So he looks like that. I mean, that's not a bad thing, but he's kind of swarthy. He's kind of swarthy looking, like untrustworthy looking. You know what I'm saying? But I think his whole thing is based upon his looks, yeah, and his body. Yeah, I don't like to talk about men's bodies, but he's in good shape, even though it's a freakish shape with his long arms and his really broad shoulders, but. He can't punch, he can't box. He should be able to. Long arms and broad shoulders, he should be power punching physique. Yeah? Guys like Tommy Hearns, although he's skinny, he had them long arms and muscular shoulders. Yeah? But Tommy isn't going to be a fighter. So he has to make it as a... Yeah, my dog is well snoring. He had a big walk, bruv. Anyway, Tommy. So his whole thing is based around his looks, but as soon as he loses his hair, it's not the same, man. The Jake Paul ain't gonna want to fight a bald Tommy Fury, is he? Yeah, he has to fight Tommy that at least attracts some attention, And I'm not being mean. I mean, that's just the fact of life, If you're a man and you lose your hair, it's gonna have an effect on your looks. Yeah. Yeah, like IFL Umar, he has to brush all his hair up in the middle and put it in like it's kind of clump. Yeah, and like I said, you can get good hair transplants if you're worried about that. But so maybe Tommy will do that and he'll become the most famous hair transplant model. But it's going to affect his career because he will no longer be considered Mr. Handsome if he's got a monk's head. So I mean that's interesting. That's something worth thinking about.